Welcome back, ladies. I am Amity Rose, and today we're going to be talking about what's the secret to self-love, right? We all want it. It is the most magical thing in the universe to be in love with yourself, to be in a state of flow, to allow the universe to just bend and yield to your every desire. That is what self-love can give you. So how do we get it? What's the key? And it's one word. One word. Practice. That's it. That's the only way you get there, is you have to start practicing. So if we go back to the fact that we have been conditioned since the moment we were born into a world that teaches us how not to love ourselves and to actually look to others for approval, you don't know how to love yourself. No one has showed you, no one taught you, you don't know. So you cannot expect to just wake up one day and be this person who's in love with themselves. It just doesn't work like that. You literally have to teach yourself how to love yourself. Yeah, right? So the good news is it's kind of fun. It's really kind of fun to let go of all the garbage that we've been taught and embrace a lifestyle that is love. But it's not easy, and it by any means is not short. This is a lifetime practice, which does get easier because essentially it's like a muscle. You're building a muscle. So the more that you're doing it, the more that you practice self-love, the easier it becomes until a shift kind of happens, and then you just operate from this space of being someone who is in touch with the love that is within themselves. And that's really what self-love is. You are love, and you're connected to that love, which looks like self-love. And then you radiate love, and it's just this beautiful thing. But by no means is it a short journey. There's no special secret except practice. That's it. You have to be practicing. And the good news is there's a million ways that you can be doing this. So start small. One of the things I did in the beginning, which really kind of helped, is I sent little timers on my phone. Like every hour, or maybe breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I set these little reminders that was like, you're amazing. You're doing such a great job. Look at your life. I'm so proud of you. And those were nice little hits. So no matter where I was throughout the day, my phone would ding and it would be this little reminder, and I would read it to myself. And essentially the reading and hearing it in my own head and my own voice helps to reprogram, hey, I am kind of a badass. I do have a lot of accomplishments going on, or whatever it is. So that's a really great way to start. Another way is to spend time with yourself. And if you can do something that you love while you're spending time alone, even better. So if that's a bath, which are my favorite things on the planet, is just to be in water alone in this warm womb-like situation, is just complete medicine and a total act of self-love. Acts of self-love are going to look different for everybody, so you really want to identify the places that resonate with you. So when do you really feel loved? And not externally, not like with another person, but when do you feel most tapped in to the love that you are? So if that is gardening, if that is running, if that is being at the beach, whatever that is, you want to add more of those moments to your life. And essentially that's practicing this muscle. And the more that you do that, the more that you are connected in with the love that you are, the less space there is for that garbage to take up. That programming of I'm not enough, I don't have enough, I don't do enough, I could never be this. Whatever your programming says, when the love starts to occupy more of you, there's less space for all that chatter, right? To fill up. So eventually your love just crowds out, and there literally is no space within you that is not occupied by love, and essentially no space for the doubt. So that's the practice here, and you will be practicing for your entire life. There are no checkpoints. You don't get somewhere and get a gold star and you've made it and you now forever love yourself. No, it will look like this. It will be dips, it will be highs, it will be lows. Oh no, until eventually It's not as extreme. Things do get better. The same way if you start going to the gym and you get stronger, those same exercises that used to be really, really strenuous on the body now become easier because you're stronger. It's the same idea. So these practices that you implement in the beginning just start to become who you are. And then what you start to practice will be greater and greater and greater. So things that you probably are not even thinking of right now will be things that you might be practicing in a year or two, but aren't even on your radar because you're not at that space yet. And the beautiful thing is you'll be guided to those. Books will fall off the shelf in front of you. A friend will call and suggest you watch a movie. You'll be taking a walk and you'll see something on a billboard or at a store. And so the universe will guide you to exactly what you need on your self-love journey at the exact time that you need it, so you can have faith and trust that you will be given all of the tools. The only thing you need to do is show up with the intention and the commitment. I want to be someone that loves themselves. And that's really the only thing that you need. You need to wholeheartedly show up with the full intention, the desire to be somebody that loves themselves. And then be willing to go after that at all costs. So when this starts happening about how you're a piece of shit, you can hold on to your commitment of wanting to be somebody who loves themselves, and then you have that in that moment. Well, it's just a thought. And if I'm someone who loves myself and this thought comes along, how would I act? What would I do? And then you go from there. So you might just let it pass by. Or you might be like, nah, I see you. And maybe some days I am a piece of shit, but today, no. I mean, however you handle it is gonna be individual. But if you hold steadfast to that commitment and intention of being someone who is love and who loves their whole being, your world will radically change. But I can promise you, it won't be fast and it probably won't be easy because you are up against years of conditioning. And then you live in a world and a society that also is working within that conditioning. So it can be a bit of an uphill battle. I would highly suggest surrounding yourself in a community with like-minded folks. So women that already love themselves, are on the journey to loving themselves. That's where you want to spend a lot of your time, because that will help inspire you. That'll help you keep going. That will help you learn new ways of living while you navigate this life of love. So make sure to spend some time each day in a book, on a podcast, in a video, wherever, just getting your time with that tribe of women who are empowered and who love themselves and that you can connect to. So the secret to self-love: practice every day, all day. I'll see you next week.